Hello everyone, welcome back to another Block Bro video. And today is Chapter 8, Week 2. Now you may be wondering, Chapter 8 Season one's map doesn't look snowy, and why do we have an entirely new island? Well, this island is off the southwesternmost shore of the Chapter 8 mainland, aka the Isle of Zero. This is a small island that Nexus had created by accident when he was recreating Reality Nix. So, yeah, this is just off the coast. The mainland is up in that direction. Um, but this is just a Christmas themed island, as you can tell. And if we hop down here on the ground, you can really get that feeling. I already did a full tour of this island, a much more detailed one, in 11 minutes. So this one's going to be a shorter amount of time just going over some details about this island. So over here, of course, we have the wonderful little windmill section because, of course, you need some energy and power for this island because, you know, this is separate from the mainland. Also, this island's called Festive Falls, just so you know. Over here is where the normal, also it's a resort island, so like for holiday, kind of like a vacation spot. We have the beautiful town of Holiday Hamlet. This is our first POI that we'll go over. And you have a little sign-in area for the paradigms, you know. If you want to sleep here, you kind of got to sign in. Over here we have a small church, we have a few farm things over here, and then two cabins, and then we have a main house. We also have this little store with a house up above, and we have this little hot spring area, but not really a hot spring, it's more like a jacuzzi. So, you know, if you need to, you know, warm up after a long day, you can. And of course, we meet the crossroads, and right here is actually where you see Holiday Hamlet, but we're going to go straight forward right now. And across this little ridge, we have Wintry Workshop across a small little river. Not really river, I guess. It's probably more like just a normal, like, I guess it kind of is a river. I don't know. Who cares? Um, we come across literally Santa's workshop. So yeah, if you were wondering if I would do a Santa's Workshop POI, I do one every single year, except I didn't do one for chapter 7. I don't. Oh wait, yeah, I didn't do one for chapter 7, but I did one for chapter 5, chapter 3, chapter 2, and chapter 1. So of course I would have to do one for here. And because we were doing yearly chapters, that means chapter 9 might have a very similar update. Maybe on the chapter 9 island, which is currently under construction, just so you know. But yeah, very nice little house, very simple. Across the way, whoa, sorry. Across the way, we come across in our next POI, Silky Slopes. This is definitely the most small POI because it's literally one cabin. By the way, this cabin is reused from the Chapter 8 map, but it's okay because, like, who cares? But it's a small little ski area, so if you want to, like, ski down this hill into a few rocks, you can. Over here, we have a very thick pine forest. We kind of have more of, like, a tundra in this area, then more of a forest, and then we have a peppermint forest. So kind of 3 biomes, but also kind of not. We have this frozen lake, and like the chapter 8 map, where it has Los Lujo, we have the island of Festive Falls, and right next to it, we have the radio tower, and yeah, very, very cool. Um, Very simple. This is probably where the paradigms work. There's probably like 3 or 4 paradigms working here every single time a new set of families come for their holiday season. And down here is actually the main town of Festive Falls, but we aren't going to go over that just yet. Also, it's kind of in this sweet little valley. We're going to go over the POI called Peppermint Pass. This is a nice little peppermint forest, peppermint candy cane forest. And it's very, very simple. You kind of have this nice little, like, sound over here. And yeah, you kind of have a lighthouse. It's a very simple POI, and it's practically in this entire location. But over here we have the other POI, literally like a step away from the other POI, which is very rare for my story. Usually I have a very large or a very solid distance between POIs, but this time we have Festive Falls. This is the main town. We have the bakery, we have the house, we have this right here, we have this right here, the skating rink, and then we have the main Grinch-style Christmas tree in the center of town. But yeah, it's very simple. We have Santa's workshop. We have kind of like we have a library, and then we kind of have like a town hall, but not really though. Very simple. And that is actually it for this update. There's no updates on the Chapter 8 island because I spent 2 days. Literally, this took me 2 days, by the way, which was really impressive, which is also why there's a lot of reused assets everywhere. Um, yeah, very, very nice map. It's something I've really wanted to do ever since chapter 6, so it's nice that I'm doing this now. You can expect a storyline quest update next week and then a POI change in week 4. And then probably a teaser sometime soon, maybe week 3, week 4. And then a teaser for Chapter 8, Season 2. I think I already said that. Did I already say that? And then, honestly, that might be it, if I'm being honest. Well, not really, because there's the other half of Chapter 8, Season 1 that we have to go over, but for the first half, it's a very solid start to a chapter. This is very, very good. The storyline is up in overdrive. And by the way, you can also expect another video this week of me going over the Chapter 7 Season 1 island, so you can kind of get a good overview of how that looked originally. So, with that being said, I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.